What's up, it's Cinema Shogun here, and it looks like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are going to have another red table talk. This time, they won't be talking about Jada Pinkett Smith sleeping with her son's friends. This time, they will be addressing the Chris Rock smack. And the red table talk may come as soon as this week or next week. It is being reported that Will Smith rejected offers to appear on ABC's Good Morning America and NBC's The Today Show to talk about the Chris Rock smack. And even to take it one step further than that, the reason that we didn't hear from him at the Oscars is because somehow his team managed to work with the people at the Oscars and the reporters there, and they didn't even ask him a single question after he won. So he was able to not only stay at the Oscars, party there after the Oscars, but they even set it up to where he didn't even have to be questioned or nothing, which is, after you win an Oscar, you get mic shoved in your face everywhere. And of course, after you do something like he did, reporters should have been everywhere hounding him. But no, he got that special privilege, just like he got the special privilege to slap someone and assault someone on live television. Now, how do I feel about this? I think this is just another step forward in this whole story, and another example of how this has all been curved and angled to be all about Jada Pinkett Smith. It's all about making her a victim. It's all about what she can really gain from this situation. We've seen the angles. A different angle dropped. We saw that she absolutely laughed hysterically when Chris Rock got smacked by her husband. And in that moment, she didn't console Will Smith. She didn't even look at him afterwards. In that moment, the gears were already grinding in her head how she can make this a win for her. She doesn't care that this will be detrimental to her husband's career, doesn't care that it will be detrimental to his image, because she doesn't really care about that at all. She only cares about herself and how she can make herself look. She always tried to come off as the holier than thou person. She was always this preachy person. Now, I don't want to be mean here because I think Jada Pinkett Smith is an extremely beautiful person. I think she rocks that bald head pretty nicely, And let's be honest, Jada Pinkett Smith has always rocked short haircuts. I mean, I've seen her with longer hair before, but I'm more so used to seeing her in the short haircuts. But despite how beautiful she is on the outside, I think she is equally ugly on the inside. I've made it clear that I think she is what influenced Will Smith to go on that stage and do what he did. Now, Will Smith is also an adult, so I can't just place all the blame on Jada Pinkett Smith, of course. But I believe that the situation that was going on between the two and the problems in their marriage is what caused Will Smith to be in the mind state to do something like he did. And if the shoe was on the other foot, oftentimes when women act irrationally, when women do something irrational or women act a certain way, they always blame it on men and bad relationships and how men were being controlling to them and, you name it. We've all heard the stories before. Well, the same could be said here for Will Smith. Just because he's a man doesn't mean that he isn't getting mistreated at home, physically and emotionally. We know for a fact emotionally he is. And I think this is just a really selfish thing to do. In this moment where Will Smith's future it's like his future is off balance right now. I can't say that his future is over and ruined because Will Smith is Will Smith, one of the biggest stars of all time. I'm sure he'll find a way to bounce back from this. Also, half the people out there agree with what he did. So he'll find a way to bounce back. But while his future is uncertain, maybe his career is uncertain right now. I'm sure he'll lose some roles because of this and things of that nature. In this moment, Jada Pinkett Smith is once again taking advantage of it. Taking advantage of Will Smith's pain and humiliation for her own personal gain because the only clout she can get is from her red table talks. Because let's be honest, the only reason we still even mention her name is because of Will Smith. It's not because of her latest accomplishments. I'm not saying that she's not talented, but what she's most known for is the guys that she sleeps with and the guys that she befriends herself with. She was known before for messing with Tupac, and then has been known since then for messing with Will Smith and, of course, August Alsina, and that's what she's known for. And I don't know if she's okay with that. She seems like the narcissistic type of person where it maybe weighed on her over the years. She wants to be the main topic of discussion when you bring up Will Smith or the Smith family. They very much were supposed to be that power couple. And I think for years and years and years, a lot of people thought they were until they got exposed. And I don't know how she's handling being exposed either, because like I said, she always tried to come off as this holier than thou person. But plenty of people are able to see through that facade. Plenty of people have seen through the bullshit in the last couple of years, especially after the whole thing about the entanglement and how she couldn't take accountability for that, and how she still tried to word everything in a way to make her look like she was a good person, and how her cheating on her husband and her affair with some kid that she met that she was supposed to mentor and help, who was her son's friend, how she made it all about her and her personal healing. You know, I can't think of someone who sounds like more of a manipulator than how she sounded in that Red Table Talk. And here we have it again. Will Smith is going to go on this show and get humiliated again. He's been humiliated on the show before. And once again, we're watching Jada Pinkett Smith capitalize off of that. She's capitalizing off of her husband's misery. She's capitalizing off of his shame. She's capitalizing off of his embarrassment. And she's turning this situation to something totally about her, which the joke was about her. And in that moment, she should have taken it better. In that moment, she should have tried to stop her husband from doing what he did. In that moment, she didn't have to laugh hysterically and show the world that she didn't care about what happened, that she was pleased about what happened. You know, I mean, I could say so much. I can go on and on and on. But the fact that this is going straight to the Red Table Talk lets you know how she views the situation, and it lets you know how she feels about everything and where she stands here. We still haven't seen a public comment from her. And I feel like in that moment, after what Will Smith did, that Jada Pinkett Smith should have come forward and defended her husband. There's all this talk about how Will Smith defended Jada in this moment. I think what he did was stupid. But there's all this talk about how he defended Jada in this moment. Well, after this little BS joke that she should have just taken on the chin and dealt with it like everyone else, Will Smith made that decision to slap Chris Rock. And that's going to damage him for years to come. For the rest of his life, there will always be a tarnish on his name because of that. And in this moment, I think that we should have seen more of Jada Pinkett Smith defending her husband. Will Smith jumped to your defense. She should be out there making statements. Will Smith issued an apology. She should have issued a statement defending her husband. Even though I believe her husband is wrong, she hasn't been there in his defense, not one bit, because she's only concerned about spinning this her way. She's only concerned about how she could turn this into a Red Table Talk. And once again, all eyes are on her, because that's what all this is about. She's an extremely self-centered person, to the point that she couldn't take a joke about alopecia, however you announce it or pronounce it. Let's not sit here and act like we even knew that disease existed a couple of months ago. At the end of the day, that is just baldness. Men suffer from baldness all the time. Yes, I understand that maybe, just maybe, she was kind of, a little self-conscious about her hair. But literally a week before, or maybe even a few days before, she was talking about how she's proud of her hair and no one can make fun of her about it because she doesn't care. And let's just take into account the fact that there are plenty of beautiful women out there who choose to be bald, who choose to shave their head. She was sitting right there by Lupita Nyong'o, who is an extremely beautiful woman who rocks the short haircuts. Jada Pinkett Smith has been rocking the short haircuts for years. I'm not even convinced that she suffers from this medical disease, or if this is just something or another thing that she uses to get attention. Because, the disease that she so-called suffers from is just baldness. And usually it's in patches. And she looks like her head is cleanly shaven. She looks like her head is looking good. In my opinion. I'm not trying to be mean here. I thought her head looked good. I was like, what? For a bald woman, I think Jada Pinkett Smith looks good, right? And her hair doesn't look like she's dealing with any diseases. I thought she, on her own, cut her hair that short, because she does it all the time, and women do it all the time these days. So in that moment, when she showed how insecure she supposedly was about her hair, I felt like she insulted everyone else. Think about all of the other women who are proudly rocking that hairstyle by choice or by force, and you just made all of them more self-conscious about themselves because you couldn't handle a joke about your hair, which was really a softball joke about you being a strong woman. And you just so happen to be bald. You're bald, you're a strong woman, you're wearing all green, G.I. Jane. And he even told her he loved her before it. So, yeah, I can't begin to side with Will Smith or Jada in this situation. And I think the fact that they're taking it to the red table just shows you what her mindset is about this whole situation. She wanted to make this all about her, and it's going to be all about her. It's not going to be about Chris Rock, and it's not going to be about Will Smith. She's going to try to make this all about her, and in the process, she doesn't care how much damage is done to Will Smith's career. She doesn't care about how Chris Rock feels. She only cares about getting all eyes on her bald ass head so she could sit there and preach like she's some super, intelligent person that has all the answers to life, when in reality, she's a scumbag that sleeps with her kids' friends. But I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell. And as always, find some time out of your day to tune into that Red Table Talk when it comes out, because I cannot wait to react to it.